Thank you, Rhonda. You are awesome. I need to take you on the road with me. Oh my gosh, you are awesome. I love the dancing. I love it. We're going to do some more of that. Thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity to be with you guys today. I'm thrilled. Coming from California, it's a little rainy outside. I don't know what your weather's like, but we're getting a little rain out here. We need it. We need it. So, but great to be with you guys. So excited. Are you ready to move, guys? Are you ready to learn some things about health and fitness? I'm going to share my screen with you. I really want to spend time with you. I really want to make this a conversation. I don't want it just to be me giving you a bunch of information. I really want your feedback and input. So when we go to chat, please let me know. I'm going to ask you some questions. I want to make sure and understand really what's meaningful to you. So thank you so much. I'm going to share my screen now, if you guys don't mind, put my presentation up. And we're going to dive right in, guys. We're going to start off. We're going to talk about how to make fitness work. How do we do that, right? I want to share with you today. In fact, I'm going to tell you a quick story. One of my first clients that I've ever had, she actually was my first client. Sweet woman, amazing individual, single mother of two boys. She came to see me and she said, Sean, my doctor said I need to lose weight. He said, my blood pressure is too high. I have high cholesterol. And she said, he told me I need to exercise. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? And this was the deal. She said to me, she said she hated to exercise. She hated exercise. You ever heard that? You ever felt like that? So I'm going to tell you the rest of Doreen's story. I'll tell you what happened at the end, but I'm going to share with you today, specifically, I'm going to talk to you about four strategies that will help you make fitness work, or those that are in your family or in your community, at work. These are four strategies that are proven. So I want you to make note of them, okay? And then I also want to share with you four simple moves, that you can do throughout your day. You don't need a gym. You don't need equipment. You can actually benefit from these four moves. I'm going to show those to you today. And I want to challenge you. I want you to try this. I want you to try these four strategies, these four moves over the next 7 days. And I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to have you shoot me an email. I'm going to give you my email on my website, but I want to hear back from you. I want you to let me know, how did it impact you? Okay? Sound like a deal? So I want you to really absorb this information and be skeptical, guys. I want you to be skeptical because there's a lot of information out there about fitness and health. So really weigh the information I'm going to share with you, but let's dive in. Let's get right to it. My first question to you, and I'd love for everybody that's on this session in chat, tell me your response to this. When you see this word, when you see or hear the word exercise, what do you think of? What comes to your mind? Go ahead and shoot me a thought in chat. I'd love to hear from you. I'm going to read a couple of them just so we can see. So, okay, here we go. Pain, work, I need to do that, difficult, gym, yeah, guilt, regime, sweat, release. Oh my gosh, they're coming so fast, I can't even read them. Not enough time, yep, yeah, all of these, soreness, great. Happy time, good. So positive and negative connotations, right? The people that we work with, same thing. Everybody in our family, positive and negative connotations, right? So let's dive into this idea of exercise. Now, I want to share with you guys, do you remember this? Do you remember this famous cartoon, Charlie Brown, right? Loved Charlie Brown, right? And do you remember when his teachers would talk to him, or the students, right? What would the teacher sound like, right? Wah, wah, wah. Well, I'm going to tell you a story about, as an exercise physiologist, as a personal trainer, I talk about fitness and health all the time. I'll never forget, guys, one of my first seminars I ever gave, I was presenting and I was talking about the benefits of exercise, right? And there's so many benefits, which we're going to dive into. But as I was speaking the entire time, I noticed a woman in the front row. I noticed her because the entire time I was speaking, she never looked up. Her eyes were down literally to the ground the whole time. So I'm walking back and forth. I'm really distracted because I see her, but she didn't look up once. And I'm thinking to myself, am I boring? Is there something wrong? So I was really distracted. And after my talk, she came up to me and she introduced herself to me. And she said, Sean, my name is Annie. And she was such a sweet woman. And then she said 3 words that I have not forgotten. She said, Sean, I'm stuck. And I said, excuse me? She said, I've tried everything. You name it, I've done it. Every program, every potion, every pill, you name it, every book. I've read it, I've done it, and I still can't seem to lose the 60 pounds that I've lost before, and I've gained it right back. And then she went on, without really taking a breath, and said, I know what to do, I just can't do it. And so I was early in my career, and I looked at her, and to be honest with you guys, this was a great learning lesson for me. I started to give Annie what I call now the blah, 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 right? The blah, blah, blah. And what I mean by that is I started to tell her, well, Annie, if you just schedule time, and if you were to do, 30 to 60 minutes of regular aerobic activity, do some regular resistance training, stretch every day, make time for yourself, you could do this. Now, as I'm saying this, Annie's like not having any of it, right? She's like staring me down. And as I'm saying this small crowd begins to gather around her, and they're all nodding their heads like, yeah, okay, hotshot, give us your best ideas. And so I'm throwing these ideas at her, right? But then she says this, guys, and I want you to see this slide. She started to tell me about her life. And she said this, she said, Sean, I feel like I'm spinning all these plates, and I don't even have time for myself, because if I stop to exercise, all these plates are going to fall down. She said like things like this. She said, I've got my kids, I've got my family, I've got my parents I'm taking care of, I've got work, I've got, my friends, my finances, I've got all this stuff. And I'm spinning all these plates. And you're telling me I need to take time to what? Exercise? She said, Sean, I don't have any time to do that. And as she's saying this, you guys, she's like championing, and literally everybody around her is like, yeah, I feel the same way. I know I need to exercise, but I just don't have the time or the energy or the motivation to do it. Do me a favor, guys, in chat right now, if there were one barrier that you personally contend with when it comes to regular exercise and fitness, what would be that one barrier for you? I'm just curious. Go ahead and shoot that in chat. Love to see what your thoughts are. Time, no time. Gosh, so many people time. Motivation, time, pain, fatigue, end of the school day, yeah, exhaustion, getting to bed early enough, prioritizing. Good, guys. This is great. This will help me, because I learned a valuable lesson that day. I got to my car. Annie was gracious. She really was. Honestly, I'll be very honest with you. I did not help her that day. I didn't. I gave her the blah, blah, blah. We know what to do. It's good for us, right? We know the American College of Sports Medicine recommendations of 3 to 5 days a week of regular aerobic activity, 20 to 60 minutes at a time, regular stretching, resistance training. It's all good, right? But why don't we do it? What's preventing us from doing this? So I sat in my car and I felt really bad. I felt like I didn't help anybody tonight, really. I just gave them the blah, blah, blah. So that day I said, I need to find another solution to help people, to help individuals. And so what happened was we came up with a concept called the Burst Workout, which you're going to be receiving that book. Thank you to Rhonda and the team, you guys. Give them a round of applause for getting that book for y'all. You're going to be sent. That's going to be sent to you. Thank you, Rhonda. You guys are awesome. And we signed the books. I signed the books for you as well. So yeah, I a lot of love coming out to y'all. So, but let me just share you really quickly about the concept behind this, and then we're going to dive into how you can make it applicable for your own life. So what is burst training? What is it? Well, we came up with a formula. And again, be skeptical, because I was very skeptical. Again, as a personal trainer, working with athletes, individuals, the idea that I was used to was no pain, no gain, right? Longer is better. Train beyond your target heart rate or in your target heart rate zone. Push yourself, right? And I thought, okay, well, what if we took every essential element of a successful fitness program? For example, cardiovascular exercise, resistance training, core strengthening, deep breathing and stretching. And we put it into a circuit for 10 minutes. And that's what we tested. And we began to see, okay, let me break it down for you guys. The first area is 4 minutes. 4 minutes of what we call interval training or high energy aerobic training. We call it HEAT. You may have heard of it called HIIT training, high intensity interval training, right? This idea of elevating your heart rate and then lowering your heart rate, elevating your heart rate and then lowering your heart rate. Here's the cool thing. Most researchers, we didn't really know this years ago. We know it now. Performing HEAT training, actually, you can burn 9 times more body fat performing this form of a cardiovascular exercise. In fact, one study showed 4 minutes of interval training is equal to or better a 30-minute walk. So think of that, guys. If I can do something in 4 minutes and it's equal to or better 30 minutes of activity, that's a great trade-off, especially if time, the perception of lack of time is your main barrier. So that's the first step. Okay, we're going to okay, let's test this. Let's test, does this have an impact? Then we combined it. Oh, and let me show you the slide. So I want you to think about this, guys. When you go on a treadmill and you go for a walk, right? Do you ever get depressed when you look at that treadmill caloric counter? Do you ever see that? Like you look at how many calories you just burned and you just walked for 30 minutes and it shows you that you burned 200 calories, right? That's not even a Snicker bar, right? And when we think about that, that's not correct. In other words, obviously it's a guesstimation of what your caloric expenditure is, but here's the cool part. What it doesn't tell you is how many calories you're going to burn after that treadmill walk. That's called EPOC. It's a fancy term for excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. Another term for it is afterburn. Afterburn. So when you exercise, you're going to burn more calories after your exercise. And here's the cool part. When you do interval training, you accelerate that afterburn. Your body's burning calories much more efficiently long into the day and even into the evening. In other words, you can even sleep and still be utilizing fat for energy, which is really cool. We accelerate our metabolic process. So the first step is 4 minutes of HEAT training. I'm going to, in fact, do this. Let's do this together, guys. Sit at the edge of your chair like this young lady is right now. Okay. I want you to experience this really quickly, just to give you an example. Sit at the end of your chair. And all I want you to do, in fact, I'm going to stop my share here. And all I want you to do is I want you just to move your arms nice and easy, like you're warming your upper body up. Okay. Just warm your upper body up. Well done. Really nice. I'm going to get you on gallery so I can see you guys. Really nice. Put your video on if you want so I can see you. There you go, Rhonda. Good job, you guys. Way to go, Teresa. Way to go, Rashawn. Good job, Rhonda. Way to go, Heather. Oh, I can see y'all. Good. Okay, so you're just warming up, right? You're just warming your body up right now. Okay? Now, I'm going to put some music on. Okay? I'm going to put some fun music on. And when I say go, I want you to move your arms quickly. Okay? Now, not super fast, but quicker. A little bit faster. Okay? You guys ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Okay, good. Let's go here. Here we go. All right, guys. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Good job. Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Go faster. Good, good, good. Just go for about 10 seconds. Good job, guys. Remember to smile. Good job. Way to go. Good job. Way to go. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down now. Now slow it down. Slow it down. Good job. Now get your feet moving now. I want you to move your feet, okay? Just like you're in your chair and move your feet. Isn't this cool? You can do this when you watch TV. Good job. Okay, second set now. We're going to do it. We're going to move our arms and our feet together, okay? Imagine you're racing somebody on the screen here, okay? You ready, guys? In 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Pump those feet. Pump those arms. Good job. Way to go, Jim. I see you, bud. Good job, guys. Good job. Way to go. Keep it going. Keep it going. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Woo! Okay. Good job. Give me a high five. High five. Now, question. How did that feel? That's called chair jogging or chair racing, right? You can do that when you're watching TV and a commercial comes on and you want to just kind of stay seated. You can do that. Now, I want to ask you a question. How do you feel? Did you notice your heart rate elevating just a little bit? Just a little bit? It did, right? Guys, here's what we're going to talk about today. That little bit of movement is significant. When I was training, I didn't think that. I used to think, now, if it's not 20 minutes, it's not effective. That you're not doing anything for your health. I was wrong. I was wrong. 1 minute of movement can make a profound impact. Give yourselves a round of applause. Way to go. Way to go. So that's our first step, is interval training. Now, remember, you could do this on a treadmill. You can do it on an elliptical. The goal is to elevate your heart rate and then bring it down. So 30 seconds going quickly, 30 seconds going slowly, 30 seconds going fast, 30 seconds going slow. Like, for example, if you went for a walk, think of it this way: 30 seconds of slow walking from telephone pole to telephone pole, and then 30 seconds fast walk from telephone pole to telephone pole, and repeat that for 4 minutes, right? We began to test it, and we were like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. People are really benefiting from this. Then we went to 3 minutes of resistance training. I'm going to show you more of this in a minute, but just simple exercises that you can do with just your body weight. You don't need weights. You don't need equipment. You don't need a gym membership. You're literally performing just simple body weight exercises. So I'm going to show you those in just a moment. And then 2 minutes, guys, think of this. Wouldn't it be fantastic if just in 2 minutes, you could strengthen your core? And your core is your abdominal muscles, your hip, and your lower back. Wouldn't that be incredible? Because guys, I got to tell you something. You know what's happened to our bodies through COVID? Oh my gosh. We are sitting for such long periods of time. It is wrecking our bodies. It's affecting our metabolic health more than anything. Companies are reeling because employees are, I don't know about you guys, I found myself even sitting on my couch, doing my work on my couch, and my ergonomics is like falling apart, right? So we're going to talk about how to strengthen our core in just a minute. And then 1 minute of deep breathing and stretching. Do this for me right now, you guys. Try this. Take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose, and then slowly exhale through your mouth. Do that one more time. Inhale deeply through your nose, and then exhale through your mouth. Now, I want you to try it one more time, but I'm going to have you raise your arms above your head. Inhale, expand your arms, reach up, stretch a little bit. Inhale deeply, and then slowly exhale through your mouth. Great job. Now, I want to ask you a question. Even just doing that 1 minute of deep breathing and stretching can have a profound impact on your emotional well-being and your physical well-being, which we're going to talk about. So we put this 4-3-2-1 formula together, and I'll be really honest with you. I was very skeptical. I'm like, I don't think this is going to work. I really don't. I don't think it's going to be effective. But individuals, this is what their comment to us was: 10 minutes, and I'm going to get every aspect of my fitness in, like my cardiovascular training, my resistance training, my core stretching in 10 minutes. I'll try it. And it's doable. I heard that over and over. People said to me, that's doable, Sean. And I'm like, well, this is different than what Annie said. Annie was like, no, I can't do this. These folks were telling me, yes. When we were testing this internationally, we were testing this not only in the United States, we were testing it all over the world. So we put the formula together, we put it to a test. Now, you're going to see in the book, guys, and again, thank you to MESSA and Rhonda and the team. And again, it's simple. It's 4 minutes of cardio. Like this is an air boxing exercise. I'm going to show you some of these movements in a moment. 3 minutes of just simple resistance training exercises. 2 minutes of core, 1 minute of deep breathing. Now, you could repeat that and do another set, which is a 20-minute workout, or you could do it even 3 sets, which is a 30-minute workout. I have some elite athletes that do these workouts 5 or 6 sets. So they're doing it for 50 to 60 minutes. So you could make it as easy or as challenging as you want, which is really cool. So again, very skeptical, right? But this is what we learned, guys. And I want you to note that this is a great book, especially for the ladies in the crowd. And guys, you would benefit from this book as well. highly recommend this book. It's called Strong Women Stay Young by Dr. Miriam Nelson. This is what she found. Studies have shown unequivocally, guys, that strength training is the fountain of youth. If you want to look and feel younger, do regular resistance training. In fact, moving your body, just doing any kind of movement will help you. But I love this quote. She said, there's no doubt that a woman of any age, whether she's 45, 65, or 95, can literally really turn back the biological clock with regular strength training. So if there's anything you get from me today, please begin to incorporate resistance training into your day. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But I want to show you a couple of results, and then we're going to get into the details. Obi came to see us, and he was struggling with his weight, struggling with his fitness, didn't like to exercise either. We put him on this 4-3-2-1 program, and we were blown away, guys. Check this out. Look at Obi. I mean, he lost 80 pounds. Now, I want to give you a disclaimer here. The most important intervention for weight loss is nutrition, hands down, right? But the number one intervention for our health is moving our bodies. The two together are like unbelievable. Healthy nutrition, nourishing your body with healthy nutrients, and moving your body are essential for life, truly. So how do we do that? Obi started with literally just a little bit of movement, and then he progressed. And here's what we noticed in our research. When people start moving, guys, when we start moving, we feel better. So our nutritional intake changes. It changes. We did not even tell him to change his nutrition, but he naturally began to do it. And so with a healthy diet and moving with his burst training, he lost over 80 pounds. And then he began to just help other people, and unbelievable. Look at some of these other results. I mean, Bruce, 50 pounds, Barbara, Mark. I want to tell you about Mark. This is amazing. In 12 weeks, we tested Mark. We put him through a battery of tests, blood testing, fitness testing, you name it. And then we had him go through a 12-week training using our burst workout. Oh my gosh. Not only did he lose weight, you guys, he got super fit. Mark was not able to do 20 push-ups before he started. At the end of our 12 weeks together, he was able to do over 90 push-ups. Now, Mark was 45-year-old male. 90 push-ups is like an 18-year-old in the military, right? That's like super strong, 90 push-ups. So what he did was he reversed the biological clock. He literally got younger. I want you to do this for me right now, you guys. Do this. You have two ages. You have your body age and you have your birth age. So your birth age is your chronological age. Like I'm 57. You can see by all my gray hair, right? 57 years old. But what is your body age? What is the age of your physical fitness and health? Now, you may be 50, 60, 70, whatever your age is chronologically, your birth age, but you could be 20, 30 years younger physically. I'm going to show you this in a moment. Or conversely, we could be older, right? And you know what the main ingredient is to make us younger? It's moving our bodies, moving on a regular basis. Okay, so you guys with me? Thumbs up, you okay? I know I'm talking a lot. I'm going to give you a chance in just a minute. So let's dive in. So Shannon said this to me. She said, Sean, I finally got not only my fitness and health back, I got my smile back, right? And that's what it's all about. It's helping people move more and sit less. So I want you to write this down. What is the number one factor that accelerates the aging process? The number one factor, guys, you know what it is? It's sitting. It's not moving. It literally, here's the thing. 100 years ago, maybe even less than that, like 75 years ago, maybe even less than that, we wouldn't even be talking about exercise. You know why? Our entire day was exercise. We were moving all the time. Now, what do? I know I do it too. What do? We sit on our butts and we're working away. So here's the latest statistics with COVID, guys. With COVID, the average individual is literally sedentary with sleep included. Can you imagine 21 hours a day that we are literally not moving our bodies? what's happening to our health because of that. So let's dive into this a little bit. I'm going to rattle through these really quickly. I hope these are helpful for you. We're going to get into the mental side of it more importantly. What accelerates the aging process and why? Check this out. We know as we get older, our flexibility declines, our cardiovascular fitness declines, our coordination and strength go down. Hey, and I wanted to remind you guys, I gave to Rhonda this deck. So it's coming to you guys. So please don't feel like you got to write down every note. I see some of you guys like scrambling to write them down. So you're going to get this information. So I want to just encourage you, it's coming to you. So you can relax and enjoy too. Bone density goes down, like osteopenia, osteoporosis, body composition changes. We start to gain more body fat. We lose muscle. Our metabolic rate changes. We see a 2 to 5% decline every 10 years past the age of 25. Let me repeat that. Our metabolic rate is slowly deteriorating, going lower and lower. Every 10 years, we see a 2 to 5% decrease in our metabolic rate. That's why we hear ourselves saying like, gosh, it's so hard to keep weight off. It's so challenging to lose weight. It's got a lot to do with our metabolism. Our neuromuscular control and our balance begins to decline. We see this, right, guys, with people that are more mature in years, finding them losing their balance easily, right? Functional fitness, what that is picking up a set of keys or picking up a box, just doing daily chores become difficult. And past the age of 45, it's accelerated because we're not moving. And here's the key. I want you to write this down, okay? This we know for fact. We are moving less and we are sitting more. Hands down. So we reverse that, guys. If we move more and sit less, and if you gain nothing from my time today with you, if that's all you did, your health is going to improve. Your life is going to improve just by moving more and sitting less. Let me tell you a quick story, though. So this is me in college. I had the privilege of playing college football and had a wonderful time. I played for a team you probably would not recognize, Cal State Fullerton here in Southern California. The football team is no longer, they got rid of the football team, but we were playing Boise State, the blue field, the famous blue field, right? And I was going on an inside blitz, and our nose guard, who was an All-American, took the center and threw him across the line of scrimmage, and he hit my knee. And my leg stuck in the ground, and my knee basically broke, and I tore a major ligament in my leg. Had to have surgery, and I'm going to show you a picture. This is not my leg, but it's exactly what I had to wear. I had to wear a cast just like this for 8 weeks. By a show of hands, how many of you have ever had to wear a cast, like on your arm or your leg? Anybody have to wear a cast? A few of you have. Yeah, it is not fun. The worst part is not being able to move your limb. But next to that, right? Next to that is when you have an itch. Oh my gosh, right, you guys? I see some of you nodding your heads, right? The problem is that you can't get to it. You can't. And I remember like getting hangers and pins and just trying to go inside because I couldn't get my hand down the cast. It was too tight. After 2 weeks, I could take my hand and I could go to about mid-thigh and scratch my mid-thigh, right? 4 weeks, I could take my arm and I could go down the cast almost to my knee. 8 weeks, I could go all the way down almost to my ankle and scratch my leg. What was happening? Now, remember, I'm 19 years old. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm now sedentary. I'm not moving for 8 weeks pretty much. What's happening to my body? My muscles are literally atrophying, right? My leg aged, guys. Remember, think about that. Body age versus birth age. My leg was birth age 19, but body age, you know how old my leg was? I would say it was about 99 years old. My grandma, she had better legs than, now this is not my grandma, but this is amazing, this picture, right? My grandma was 94 and she had better looking legs than I did, and I was 19. And think of this, guys, functionally. I could not stand on it. I could not walk on it without a limp. When they took that cast off of my leg was literally 80 years older, functionally. And here's the thing I want to show you. My health just plummeted. And let me show you, I want to just share a few things with you. The symptoms of overtraining, the symptoms of when you push your body too hard are very similar to an injury. My response when I had that knee injury, I wanted to share with you a few of the symptoms. I was fatigued. I lacked energy. I had muscle soreness. I had general aches of pain. I had headaches. My motivation went down. My performance went down. My intensity. I was an increase for injury because I didn't have balance. I was irritable. I had insomnia. And let me add to the list, I was incredibly depressed. I was anxious. Now, as I'm listing these symptoms, these ideas, have any of you felt like this over the last year and a half? Oh my gosh, you guys, this has been just such a challenging time over the last, how long has it been now? Year and a half at least, right? Almost 2 years. What is happening to our emotional well-being because we're just so limited in our scope of movement? This happened to me at 19. And I know for some of us, and I just want to say this, I'm so proud of you that you're here today. So proud of you that you're investing in you and helping others to do the same. But I want you to look at this list. I mean, you may be experiencing some of these symptoms now, and that's okay. We just have to help move our bodies to get out of that. So yeah, that was me. And I had to find a way to recover. And thank God I did. But I just want you to write this down. Very important. The loss of muscle, when you lose your muscle, you lose your health. Not only your physical health, you actually begin to see a deterioration of your emotional well-being. And we're going to dive into that in just a second, okay? So let's get into the 4 strategies. Let's get into, that's the problem, okay? Everybody cool? You good? I want to set that idea of, okay, what are we dealing with here? We know movement's good for us, but it's hard to do if we're honest, right? So let's dive in. Let's talk about it. Strategy number 1. The first thing we need to talk about is how do we get our bodies moving? Here's the first thing I want you to write down. Make fitness simple. Make fitness simple. How do we do that? I'm checking my time here, guys, to make sure I'm good. How do we make fitness simple? Here's the key phrase I want you to think about. We have to find a way to increase self-efficacy. And what that term means, Dr. Albert Bandura from Stanford University, we did a lot of research with Stanford, great individuals there, awesome folks. But Dr. Bandura really coined this phrase of when you are confident or when you have a high level of self-efficacy, you believe you can accomplish the task, right? So if I were to say this to you, hey, I'd like you to perform 60 minutes of exercise 6 days a week. Your self-efficacy may plummet. If I were to say to you, hey, I'd like you to consider trying to move your body for about 10 minutes 3 times a week or every day, just 10 minutes, or bring it down even further. I'd like you to move your body like 1 to 2 minutes at a time, just a little bit of movement. How do you feel about that? Self-efficacy goes up. And we believe, oh yeah, I can do that. This is critical, guys. This is really, really important. So I want you to jot this down. A little exercise is better than no exercise. And I want you to write this down because it's not on my slides. All movement matters. All movement, okay? You don't have to go to the gym for it to count. Like right now, I'm standing from my desk. This is better than sitting at my desk. So I want to encourage you, maybe the one thing you're going to gain from our time together today, you're going to get a standing desk. Or you're going to periodically throughout your day stand up from your desk, which makes a big difference. So let's do this, guys. In your burst workout, which you'll be receiving again, thanks again to Rhonda and the team. We already did a little bit of this, but I want you to think about what if you were to just move for 1 minute? And I do want you to think about starting there. If you've not been exercising in a while, I really want you to think about coming back slowly, but simply, okay? And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to teach you a really cool strategy. Dr. B.J. Fogg, also out of Stanford University, he wrote a book called Tiny Habits. I would really encourage you to get it. Tiny Habits by Dr. B.J. Fogg. What he talks about is getting an anchor habit and tying a new behavior to it. Let me give you an example. So, for example, when you brush your teeth, we don't even think about it, right? That's an anchor habit. That's something that you do without even thinking about it, right? Now, some of these behaviors are healthy and some of them are not healthy. But what you need to do is take an anchor habit, something that you're already doing, and then add a movement to it. So for example, when you brush your teeth, I'm going to encourage you guys, and I'd love to hear from you tonight. When you brush your teeth, I want you to stand on one leg and brush your teeth. Okay. In fact, let's do that together. I want y'all to stand up for me. Go ahead and hop off your chairs. Do me a favor. Go ahead and stand up. Go ahead and stand up. And all I want you to do is pick up a pen. If you got a pen with you handy, grab a pen. There you go. And if you want to put your video on so I can see you guys. Rhonda, how are we doing on time? We doing okay? What time do you want me to end? I just want to make sure I'm helping you out.
You have until a quarter after and some time too, because we have a break. So do your thing. Okay,
great. So grab your pen, guys. Pretend this is your toothbrush, okay? I want you all to just go ahead and pretend like you're brushing your teeth. Thank you for doing that. That's really kind of you. I really appreciate you guys doing that. Okay, now this is what I want you to try. We're going to take our pen or our toothbrush. We're going to brush our teeth. And I want you to put your weight on your right leg and bring your left foot off the ground just a little bit off the ground. Okay, just balance on that right leg. Good job, guys. Stay there. You're probably noticing, Jim, I see Jim's rubbing his tummy. Way to go, bud. Okay, now try this. Switch hands and brush with your left hand. Good job. Okay, put your foot down. Now, go ahead and go back to your right hand. I want you now to put all your weight on your left foot, your left leg, and bring your right knee up a little bit, okay? Just bring it off the ground. Now, if you'd like, bring that knee up a little bit higher. Raise it up, okay? Good job. Well done. Rhonda's getting serious. She's taking her jacket off. I love it. Okay, great. Put your foot down. Now, here's what I want you to try and do. Tonight, when you go to bed, pick up your toothbrush, and I want you to 30 seconds on your right leg, 30 seconds on your left leg. Now, you don't have to change hands, but that is a good brain exercise, actually. 1 minute or 2 minutes of just doing that simple motion, guess what? You are going to train your neuromuscular control, your sense of balance. You're also going to strengthen your ankle. And believe it or not, our Olympic team, our soccer team, especially the women's team, they do this standing exercise all the time, but they pull a pillow underneath their foot to challenge their balance even more so, or a Bosu ball, which makes it even more challenging. So balance training is critical. Let me show you all something. Well, can I do something with you? I want to give you a little test. You guys up for it? Okay, put your toothbrush down. Go ahead and put your toothbrush down. Now, what I want you to do, I'm going to ask you, let me go back to my screen real quick so you can see this, because I want you to see the form of it. I want you to perform this motion. Now, don't do it yet, but let me just share with you a little bit about this. What I want you to do is I'm going to ask you to stay in this position, but instead of having your hands on your hips, I want your hands down by your side, okay? I want you to place your weight either on your right leg or your left, whichever leg you prefer, and I want you to bring your knee up to waist level, okay? And when I say go, I want you to close your eyes. Okay, now here's the key. If you move, if you twitter or twitch in the slightest, the test is over, okay? All I want you to do is try and stay as still as you can. But if you move, your test is over, okay? But don't close your eyes until I tell you to. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, hands down by our side. Raise that knee up to about waist level and close your eyes. Go ahead and try it. Close your eyes. Try and stay there. Again, if you move your body, go ahead and stop your test. Good job. I see a few of you are still there. Good work. Okay, go ahead and stop. Go ahead and stop. Okay, have a seat. Have a seat. I'm going to show you your results. You're going to be amazed by this. This is fascinating. This is one study showed this. Believe it or not, if you were to stammer or move within just a short period of time, in fact, 4 seconds, this particular group of individuals, when they were studying this, your balance age is approximately 70 years old. 5 seconds, if it took 5 seconds for you to move, 65 years. Your balance age is approximately 65. And you can see all the way down. But here's the cool part, guys. If you were able to maintain that position for over 28 seconds, your balance age is 25 to 30 years old. Now, this is just one study, one test, one challenge. But here's what I want to encourage you. Here's the key, and it's kind of a trick. The reason why our balance is off when we do that is when we close our eyes, we lose proprioception. We lose our ability to balance in space. right? That's why, and you guys have seen this, you know, this test, a sobriety test, right? They're checking for proprioception. They're seeing if we can move well in space. Do we know where our nose is, right? Same thing is happening when you do this test. So what I want to encourage you, when you do this simple exercise of brushing your teeth, and that's all I want you to try tonight, watch what happens. Your balance will improve, especially as you do it day in and day out. I promise you, after a week, 2, 3, 4 weeks, your balance will improve and your balance age will drop dramatically. Okay, so number 2, fitness that works. How do you make it work? You got to make it personal. You got to make it personal. You got to make it for you. And let me just ask you a couple of questions. What's the best exercise? It's the one that you will do. Don't do what everybody else is doing. Do what you like. If you like to dance, dance. If you like to hike, hike. You don't have to do burst training. You just move, right? That's it. That's all we got to do is move more and sit less. Here's a couple of questions I want you just to think about. What do I enjoy? What makes me smile? What do I look forward to? What kind of activity do I enjoy? More than anything else, what do I like to do? I want you to jot those down. And again, you don't have to answer them right now, but I want you to think about it because these questions are pivotal when it comes to making fitness work. One thing I do want to do with you guys. So do you remember when you were a little girl or a little boy? Maybe you loved to play a particular game when you were a kid. But look at this picture, you guys. Look at this picture of these kids. Jumping rope, right? And this is your second move I want to show you. I want to show you one of the best exercises that you can do throughout your day. Like literally every other hour or every hour, put your phone on alarm, have it cue you to stand up from your desk and just do a little bit of air jumping. Okay? Do this with me, you guys. Go ahead and stand up for a second. Put your video on. Again, I want to see you. Let me get some music for us. Yeah, I love it. Okay, I want to show you a simple move. Before I put the music on, all I want you to do is pretend that you have a jump rope handles in each hand, okay? And I want you to take that rope and I want you to put the rope behind you, okay? Put your hands down by your side, hands down by your side. And what I want you to do is just make a rotation like you're making a jump rope, okay? Like a jump rope. And all I want you to do, don't jump, don't jump. I want you just to come up on the balls of your feet. Okay, like raise up on your balls, your feet, and then down. Up on the balls of the feet and down. You're jumping rope now. Now go a little bit faster. Go a little bit faster. I'm going to put some music on, okay? And now you can get jiggy with it. You can go side to side. You can do crossovers, right? Here's the best part about air jumping. What's the hardest thing about skipping rope? It's hitting our feet with a rope, but now we don't have to worry about that. So I don't want you to jump this morning. I just want you to come up on the balls of your feet, okay? You up for it? Okay, guys. Here we go. Make sure you put yourself on video so I can see you. I'm gonna put Rhonda's song on. You ready? Okay, guys. Here we go. Let's just go for about 15, 30 seconds. Good job. Remember, you got to smile the whole time. Good job. Cross it up. Go from side to side. Good job, you guys. Way to go. 15 seconds. Keep it going. Keep it going. Good job. Oh, you're looking good. Well done. Good job, Tim. Way to go, Kimberly. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Okay, good. Give yourselves a round of applause. Round of applause. Okay, have a seat. Have a seat. Here's the cool part. And here's the question I want to ask you. And I want you to put it in chat. How do you feel right now? How do you feel? Just by doing that simple motion, happy, feel energized, invigorated, better. I haven't in a while, happy, awake, invigorated, happy, refreshed. Thank you guys. Good. Better than sitting blasted right here. So all of us experience probably the same emotion. And this is what's so cool. And this is what I'm so thankful for Rhonda asking me to speak with you all. I wish I had the whole day with you to talk about this. When you move, we move for various reasons. And we've got it wrong. In the fitness industry, we got it wrong. I got to apologize. We talk too much about, oh, you're going to lose weight, you're going to increase your metabolism, like all the stuff I just talked to you about. is interesting, but it's not the reason why we exercise. The number one reason we and others will move more is to feel better. Right? Guys, we should be moving just to feel better. If we didn't lose a pound of weight, forget about that. You're going to feel better, right? So I want you to write this down. I want you to jot this down. Emotion, physical motion, dramatically impacts our emotion. When we move, we feel better. When we move, we're better people. We're nicer, we're kinder, our relationships are better. Oh my gosh, you guys, everything's better. Let me just show you some of the emotional, mental benefits. I'm going to go really quickly here, guys. Again, these will be coming to you, so don't worry about it. Number one, we reduce stress and we improve our ability to cope better. Don't we all need that right now? Releases good feelings, brain chemicals, endorphins are released. Decrease depression. Oh my goodness, I was so depressed when I was hurt, and I've been through depression. The best thing you can do is move. Go for a little bit of a walk. Best thing you can do. Decreases tension and worry. Improves your cognitive functioning. You create new brain cells just by moving more. Reduces anxiety, panic attacks. Helps you manage your feelings of anger. If you're frustrated, get out and move. It's the best thing you can do. Or if you have kids and they're frustrated, get them moving. They'll feel better in a second. Enhances our relaxation. Keeps our brain young, fighting off dementia, Alzheimer's. Oh my gosh. By far, one of the best medicines is moving our body. And here's the key. Here's the key. And Rhonda, she's awesome. This is the key, guys. The reason why we move is to boost our mood. You'll have more joy. You'll have more happiness. You're going to have greater emotional well-being. So while all the stuff I talked to you about earlier was really cool and important, feeling younger and looking younger, great. That's awesome. But if we just, and do you notice the experiment we just did? 1 minute of just doing a little bit of air jumping with a little bit of music, like I feel so much better. I feel better too, just doing that. Before I ever give a talk, I always do a little bit of movement because it makes me feel better. Just feel better, right? So I hope that really helps you guys to think we need to move more to really feel better. Okay, we're going to bring this home because I think I've got about 8 minutes. Here we go. Okay, this is critical. We have an entire workshop on just this principle, but I'm only going to take a few minutes to share with you about it. But this is essential. How do you make fitness work? You have to make fitness purposeful. Okay, feeling better is really important. But here's my question to you. Why do you want to feel better? It's a very existential question, very, very philosophical, right? And again, I won't get into the details of this, but I will share a quick story with you. I was working as a personal trainer, and working as a personal trainer, I'm moving all the time. But then I began to write. And when you write, as you all know, probably that when you're paid to sit down and work for a living, that's what I was doing. But guess what I was doing? I was sitting down writing about the dangers of sitting down. I was writing about sitting disease, but I'm sitting on my butt all day long. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I need to change this. Like, research has shown if you exercise in the morning, like say you work out for like say a half an hour or an hour. Let's say I really had a great workout for an hour. Research is showing if you sit all day long, that sitting negates the benefits of that hour of exercise. That's scary. And I began to realize, like, I've got to move more throughout my day. Thus, I got a standing desk, so I'm not sitting all the time. So I want to show you a quick thing you can do. So I'm going to go off share screen again. I want you guys to do me a favor. Sit at the end of your chair. Sit at the end of your chair. And please put your video on so I can see you too. Please be, especially for those of you who have knee injuries or back injuries, again, modify this. What I want you to do right now, guys, is all I want you to do is sit at the end of your chair. And I'm going to ask you to go ahead on the count of 3. I want you to stand up. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and stand up. Beautiful. Excellent. Okay, sit back down. Sit back down. Oh, you guys are so good. Thank you. Okay, I forgot to tell you, you got to smile the whole time when you do this. Okay, try it again. I want you to go ahead and stand up. Great. Well done. I know what you guys are thinking, like, Sean, what are you doing? Okay, sit down. Y'all good? Okay, stand up. One more time. And stand up. Good job. Okay, go ahead and have a seat. Now, what are you doing right now? What exercise are you performing right now? A squat, right? This is a squat. Now, this is what I want you to try to do. Well, for example, what if you just did 10 of those every hour of your day? Like you got your phone alarm and you had to go off every hour. Like, okay, I'm going to do 10 squats. At the end of the day, guys, and this is what I realized, how many squats would you have completed? 80 squats? That's significant. Like you're going to feel that. Like that's going to tone and strengthen your muscle. That's going to increase your metabolic rate. You're going to feel better. Okay, let's try this now, guys. Go ahead and stand up. Go ahead and stand up. Now, this time when you sit down, I want you just to kiss the chair with your gluteus maximus, okay? Just let it kiss the chair, go down and touch it, and then stand back up. Good job. Let's do 5 of those, okay? Down and up. Now, for some of you, if you have knee issues, just go down a quarter way. Down and up. I think that's 3, right? 2 more. Down and touch it. Good job. 1 more. Down and up. What if you just did 10 of those every hour of your day? That's it. Have a seat. Give yourselves a high five. Way to go. So I realized, guys, really quickly, and we realized in our burst training, you don't have to even do 10 minutes. What if you did just 1 minute or less than a minute, 30 seconds of 10 of these, and you could raise your arms above your head. That's more challenging, but I want you to shoot me a note in chat. Do you think that's something that you can do? Yes or no? Is that something that you could apply? And it doesn't have to be squats. It could be any exercise. Any exercise. Could be a stretch. Could be some deep breathing. Yeah. Set a reminder. Good. Excellent job, you guys. Way to go, Sally. Good job, you guys. Excellent. Put a sticky note. Yeah, good job, Abby. Exactly. So here's what I want you to write down, guys. I got to close this up in 4 minutes. Think about this question. If you could instantly change one thing about your health and fitness, what would it be? What would it be? Maybe it's your weight, maybe it's your cholesterol, maybe it's your blood pressure. I'm not sure what it would be, but here's the question I want you to think about. Why? Why do you want to lower your blood pressure? Why do you want to decrease your body fat? Why? That's the important question you need to answer. What would you do with your newfound fitness and health and well-being if you were to attain it? And here's the bigger question. Why? Here's really a great question, you guys. What's one thing I can do that I'm not doing right now that if I did it on a regular basis, I know it would make a significant difference in my health and well-being, especially my emotional well-being? But again, here's the key question. Let's say your answer is exercise. Why exercise? This is, and again, I'm sorry, we don't have time to dive into it. We travel around the country talking to people about what's your why for moving, right? Like some people have told me, I want to be a fit grandma, or I want to be fit and healthy to reach my life goals, or I'm a doctor and I want to help as many people as I can. That's why I exercise, so I can help others. That's a great why. I'll never forget a pastor friend of mine. I love this one. I want to be my kid's hero. A pastor friend of mine, Pastor John, I was at a men's retreat and he looked at me and we were actually in the food line. He looked at me and he said, "Hey, Sean, I want to lose 40 pounds. And then he said, "Let me tell you why." And I'm like, "Okay, Pastor, go." And this is what he said. He said, "I want to share God's love and faith with as many people as I can, as long as I can." Now, whether you're faith-based or not, this is brilliant. This gentleman tied his greatest mission in life with his health and fitness, and he connected them. That's powerful. The reason why he wanted to lose weight and be healthy is because he wanted to accomplish his mission, his goal. What's your why? That's important that we find it. So I want to encourage you, think about this. Maybe I'll come back another time. We can talk all about this, but just think of a word or a phrase. Like, again, we travel around the country talking to people about what's your why? Why move more? Why sit less? You need to know that. And then lastly, number 4, what's the number 4 strategy? Make fitness connected. Get a buddy. If there's one thing, like I'll show you a picture of my little buddy system. These are my buddies from high school and college. I played football with these guys. I meet them at the gym. I meet them because it's my accountability. I've got a gym in my garage. I actually have a fitness facility here, but I need them as much as they need me. So we show up together. Just get one person that you can buddy up with. We don't have time to do this 4th move, but this is a static lunge. It's just going down into a lunge position and holding that for approximately 15, 30, 60 seconds. And this is all going to be in your burst book, guys. So I'm going to leave you with this. Doreen, what happened to Doreen, guys? Well, Doreen not only lost weight, lowered her blood pressure, improved her cholesterol. She dramatically changed her health and well-being. And I can honestly tell you, I'm so proud of this individual. She is my favorite client by far because Doreen is my mom. And the beauty of this is my mom started exercising, guys, late in life. Like she was almost 60. And she's been moving ever since. And I want to show you a picture. This is recent. My mom turned 92 years old. And you know what? This is my son, Joel, and my daughter, Brooke. And she has stayed around and blessed my family because of that decision to begin to move more and sit less. This is her why. And I want to encourage you guys, please stay in touch and test this. And I do want to share this quote with you. The two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. And so I want to encourage you, think about that why, but think about moving. And here's what I want to encourage you to do. Read the book, but think about reversing. This is one thing I learned ever since writing the book. And that was, I was telling people to train 4, 3, 2, 1, but I want you to think about training 1, 2, 3, 4. Like start with just the 1 minute stretch or a 2 minutes of core strengthening or one of the exercises in the resistance training or your cardio. So you can reverse the positioning of this burst workout. But again, thanks to Rhonda and Mason and what they've offered. But let me review. Strategy number 1, make it simple. Make fitness simple, make fitness personal, make fitness meaningful, and then make fitness connected. And I promise you, you will make fitness work. I'm going to give you guys my contact information. It's Sean, SEAN, @personallyfit.com or Stronger You Academy. Please stay in touch. I would love to hear from each of you. I honestly mean that. Like a week from now, I'd love for you to shoot me a note and just, it could be a short sentence of, Sean, I feel so much better from 7 days of doing 1 minute of movement throughout my day. That could be it. But I'd love to hear from you. Please stay in touch. And hopefully we'll be able to come back and share with you guys again. But I hope it was helpful. Rhonda, I'm going to throw it back to you because I'm out of time. But thank you guys so much for an awesome time together.